In last lecture, we discussed some basic stuff related to Fortigate Firewall. So let's create a small topology, initial working lab. Okay, then how everything is working and what thing we require to configure Fortigate Firewall. Then step by step, whatever is coming in, so we will discuss in detail. Okay, so we will use a small topology to configure Fortigate Firewall. So let me go to GNS3. You can do the same thing in Eve NG as well. If you have any issue, let me know. I will do in Eve as well. Okay, so let me drag a firewall from here. Okay, which we installed last time. So this is a Fortigate firewall, and from here I will drag a net cloud which will provide me internet. Okay, so no, don't change anything here because it will show you two things. No need to change anything, just drag and drop. So this is my internet. Let me change it to internet, either ISP, whatever you want to give them. And next I need one system, either two, it's up to you. So let me track one web term. Okay, if you don't know web term or toolbox, I will show you. So this is one inside PC. Okay, and this one is my firewall and this is internet. And let's take another thing as well for management. So let me drag a cloud from here. This is my management interface, not a net cloud. Net clouds is different thing and cloud is a different thing. Okay, so this one is this will be MGMT. This cloud we will use for management purpose to connect here this device and take graphical user interface. So MGMT, this is internet. So let me connect. Port 1 will be to the internet WAN interface. Port 2 is my LAN, okay? And port 3 is my management. Okay, so before doing management, which interface? Click on this this cloud, okay, the one which I drag. Go to config and change it to, let's see, you can use VMnet when your physical interfaces as well. My Wi-Fi which is connected right now, but anyway I will use loopback interface. I already created one loopback interface. If you don't know, I will show you that one as well. In your system you can create a loopback interface. Apply and OK. Now I will connect port number 3 to loopback interface. Okay, let me drag this one and make them align. Okay, and it's better to on, then we will do our job. And let's connect both and make them align here this way. Okay, so this is management which is connected through loopback interface. Let me change the symbol, make them a good symbol so that we know this is our management interface PC. Suppose client. Okay, so this become our management PC. Okay, and this one is okay. Right click on this PC. This is a Docker. Go to edit configuration and assign any static IP. So remove hash from auto, hash from here, 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 and here. Give them any range. Suppose we want to use one range. So 1.1, this is PC1, and gateway will be 1.100, and this is DNS. DNS we will use public DNS 8.8.8.8, which is Google DNS. You can use 111, which is also DNS server. And okay, whenever you do changes and the device is on the Docker, you have to make them stop and turn on again, start. Okay, then this one is done. So it means this side for LAN we are using this range. Let me put here. So this one is .1 and the gateway is, this will be 100. Okay, done. And no need of this one. This is internet. Keep in mind internet is a net cloud. So next hop is 2. How I know this is 2? And the range is 192.168.114.024. How I know? You can know from here. Go to virtual network editor. Okay, and this is net cloud. So my one is 114, and when I click net settings, so gateway is 114.2 to go out. Either you can check from here, go to network interface, change adapter setting, and check your net cloud. This one VMnet 8. From here you will find 114. So in my case this is 114. Maybe in your case it will be different. So you have to use that range, okay, in this side. This side you can use my one, it's okay. Now the question is how to assign this management in. So I connect this to my loopback. So I have created a loopback interface here. So let me assign any IP range. So let me go to loopback interface and suppose 192.168.3.1 to this system, and gateway will be 192.168.3.100 suppose. So this is my management interface range which I assign to my loopback interface. You can create a loopback interface in your system. If you don't know, you can use these interfaces as well, VMnet 8 and VMnet 1, to connect this cloud. Right click on the cloud, and rather than to use click this one, you can use your Wi-Fi, you can use your LAN, you can use VMnet 1, you can use VMnet 8, and I have a Bluetooth as well, so you can use that one as well. So but anyway, in my case I use a loopback interface. Okay, let's say this is the basic thing. So this side is my WAN, this side is my LAN, and this side is my management. Okay, now the thing is, by default port 1 is by DHCP, and normally we are using port 1 for management, but in my case this time we are using port 3 for management. And also we are using static method, there is no DHCP because I just assign IP here. Let me type that IP 3.1. This is management, this PC, and we will assign 3.100 here. So right click on this system, go to console. Okay. First thing first, type admin. There is no password, type enter. Then new password 123. Then confirm 123. Now I log into Fortigate Firewall. Show system interface. So you know it's get IP by DHCP on this one. So you can do two things. Copy this one and first time access the management by this IP, and then change port 3 and type graphically an IP. Either you can do command base. In detail we have a one lecture by command. What is this command, what is port, what is show, what is list, how to do configuration. But anyhow in this case I will go to configuration, config system, which system I want to go to interface. So now I'm in interface mode. Which interface is used for management? Port 3. So let me go to edit port 3. Type tab 1, tab 2 time, tab 3. Now it's changed to port 3. Okay, and enter. Now I'm in port 3. What I want to do with port 3? Set mode to static. It basically by default is static. This one is DHCP. I want to change the mode to static. Now I want to set allow access. Which thing I want to allow? So the the management purpose. So HTTP SSH I want to allow. I want to allow telnet. What either ping. So on this interface I allow these management protocol, but I want to apply the set the IP address as well. So type set IP, and which IP? 192.168.3.100 and 24 is the subnet mask, and enter. Now type end. End means to save the configuration and come out from the configuration end. So let me check again, show system interface and question mark. So you see now there is an IP, and the other side we have this IP 3.1. So it's better to do one thing, execute ping, and let me ping this IP. Yes, I can ping my own IP, and one is the system IP. So it means my reachability is there. So no need of anything is also come up now, the loopback interface. Now go to any browser and type that IP, which IP 1.100. Okay, so let me go to browser, enter 192.168.3.100. In my case, you can give any IP, it's not to be this one. Admin and password we set 123. So now I log into, it's asking me, do you want to change? So let's change it, the name. So FG is the name, Fortigate Firewall, the host name, it will come up here. Okay, so this is the basic thing which come up now. We discussed already the status and dashboard. Now we want to configure a small topology so that PC can access internet and we can see the traffic and everything. Let me go to this PC. Can I reach to internet? No, because there is nothing configured and between there is a firewall coming, so it's not working. This PC is not reachable to the internet. So let's configure a small thing. So first of all, I need to go to network and go to interfaces. I have three interfaces basically: port 1 WAN, port 2 LAN, and port 3 management. Okay, so these we will discuss in detail interfaces after this class. So let's do first interface. Click on this one. So port 1, this is my WAN interface. It's get IP through DHCP. Let me give them a name WAN, either internet. You can assign the role as well if you want. We will discuss in detail this one as well. Anyway, alias means the just the name, another name, so that we understand which interface is this one. So I say WAN, and let me make them manual IP and give them 100. So it will be easy for us. So it means 114.100, 1.100, and management is 3.100. It doesn't be like this one. In my case, I'm doing this one. We don't need management on this interface. So let me remove this one, this one, this one, just ping to be allowed on this WAN interface, and OK. So my WAN interface is ready. It's here. Now it's coming with WAN. Now let's go to port 2, which is LAN interface. So port 2 is here. Click and let me type LAN and manual IP. So let me assign IP 1.100 and 24 subnet mask. You can type like this way as well. It's up to you which one is easy for you. But 24/24 is easy to do it. Manual LAN, this one. We decide 1.100, yeah. So 1.100 this interface, and just allowed ping on this interface, and OK. Now coming to this interface, just need to give them a name, otherwise no need. This one, port 3, and we already assigned IP through commands. So type mgmt, suppose mgmt management, so that at least we know everything is already there, and we already allowed ping and http, https, telnet, and ssh through command, and OK. So this was the first step to assign IPs to the interfaces. Forget about interfaces, what is there, how we know what is ping, what is these things, we will discuss a bit later. First step. Second step, we need a DNS, definitely everything, and DNS we will do in detail again. What is DNS, why we are using, what is the advantages. But anyhow, second thing is here DNS. We need DNS to translate domain name to IP and IP to domain. By default, they are using their own DNS. We don't need this one. So let me change 8.8.8 and another DNS is 1.1.1. Okay, Google DNS, and this one is another DNS which is faster than the Google one. And apply. In your case, you can use your own as well. So DNS is done. Two things. Now we need a route so that the internal traffic can go out to the internet. So let's go to network. There is a static route under network. So whenever you select anything, it will be green like this one. Okay. There is no route to go out. Click on create new. Okay. So what is my next hop? 114. Normally we give internet IP or ISP. So in my case, ISP IP is 114.2, and I show you what is 114. In your case, it will be different, and it's always 2 in your case. Okay, so don't worry about 2, but you have to worry about this subnet. It will be changed in your case. So I click on static route. I say anything. 000 means 00 any traffic. Gateway should be 192.168.114.2. Next of this one. Okay. And WAN interface is selected automatically. If it is not, you can choose this. Why I give them the alias so that I can understand WAN interface. Administrative distance we will discuss again. AD, which we call them AD. And status is definitely enable, and there is more option we will discuss priority, but anyhow just type this one and press OK. Route is done. So basic stuff we done. Interface is DNS static route, but still our system is not reachable to the internet. It requires something more, and that one is the policy. Go to down, there is a policy and object, and there is IPv4 policy. Click on IPv4 policy. By default, there is one policy implicitly deny everything. That's why our internal traffic cannot go outside. So let's create a new policy, and whatever name you want to give them, suppose allow anything. I give them this name. You can give any, from where the traffic will come, incoming interface. So my incoming interface is LAN. That's why I give them the alias name. This is the incoming interface. What is the outgoing interface? WAN, this one. Okay, source, who will be the source? Again, we will discuss in detail. Right now, I will say all means anything, subnet 000, anyone. So I say all. Destination, again, we will discuss in detail. You can give a specific destination. And my case, this time I will say the destination can be an internet anything. Schedule, it say which time. Right now I say start time 0, end time 0. Anything, Saturday, Sunday, all the day, all the week, and anything, all the year. But you can put a restriction schedule as well. So only this time. Again, I will say always. So don't change this one. Services, again, I will say all the services. You can allow HTTP, HTTP. Again, we will do in detail. So I say all. LAN to WAN, source any destination, any, all the time, and all services. Action is accept because I want to accept. Inspection mode we will do in detail. Right now, leave it flow based. Net is enabled. Definitely when your local subnet is going outside, it has to be netted to this IP. So yes, leave it net. Again, we will do net in detail. Okay, and security profile we will do in detail. Leave it. Yes, the only thing, choose all session. So logs, that we can see the logs in detail. Okay, so choose all session, log allowed traffic, all session, whatever from LAN to WAN is going, generate a log so that we can see, just to see it, and don't change anything and press OK. So we done policy as well. Okay, now we can check the traffic it will go if everything is okay. So let me generate this one. So now I can reach to Facebook, and let me go to generate a new one, Twitter. So now my traffic is going, before it was not working. From LAN to WAN now I can go. So what I done, I apply IPs to interfaces, then I configure DNS, then I configure route, then I configure policy, and now I check the PC. is reachable to the internet. So this is a basic way to configure firewall. Then how I know this is it's working? First of all, we can see this policy by itself. There is says 0 byte. So let me refresh from here down. So it will show some traffic, by the way, if this policy is being hit. So let me refresh from here. Okay, so you will see, look at 3.60 MB traffic is being passed through allowed anything. So it means it's working. Second thing, from where I can check, go to dashboard, and last time we discussed top usage LAN WAN. So definitely my PC is in LAN. So when I click on LAN, you will see 1.1. Who is 1.1? This PC. Go to terminal, and if I say fconfig, so this is my PC 1.1. It's showing you as a source, and destination is this one, facebook.com, because I visit to top application, leave it at not showing here when you don't have a license. Anyway, top usage showing. Another thing, 40 view. Everything they are starting for 40. It means view, to view which thing? Source. So I want to see the source. So my source is 1.1, and this much byte they use. This is the session they created and bandwidth they use. Where they visit. So this will be a destination, Facebook, and because they first time they use a UDP 53 DNS traffic, so it's showing here the detail. Again, we will do in detail. Another is policies. Which policy has been hit? So we have only one policy, allow anything. That policy has been used. All session, anything session which created. So look at it, start from 8.8, because first of all they will check the DNS. Now there is a Twitter and also Facebook. And from beside here, we check source, we check destination, we check from dashboard LAN traffic, all session, and there is a log and report again. From here, forwarding traffic, you can see also the result. So 1.1 is the IP address, this time destination is this one, this is the result, and this is the policies being hit. Okay, so it means that everything is working, and we see the traffic is passing through this firewall. So let me go to slide if I miss something. Okay, so we change the management IP by this command, and this time here I type 11, but in my case I type 192.168.3. It can be anything. Okay, when we log in, then we go to interfaces, and we give them alias so that we know this which interfaces we are working. Three interfaces we utilize: LAN and WAN and management interface. Okay, then we configure DNS. We went to network and DNS, configure DNS. This is the DNS to use. This time I use 111. It can be anything. Then we configure default route. So in this slide I use 8.2 because at that time my network interface was 8, but this time my network net is 114. So that's why I told you you have to check your one, and that's why I written in comments as well, VM8. Okay, then what we done, then static route we configure, then create a policy, allow traffic, LAN to WAN, all anything. Okay, no need change to anything, allow, net should be, and policy. Then we saw the traffic from here. PC, we configure the PC IP like this way. Here I configure 7, but in this new lab we configure 1. Okay, so this is the PC, and then we generate some traffic. Here I use a ping, but anyway we use a Facebook. So from source we verify, from 40 view destination, then all session we verify, from policy, then LAN and DMZ zone we verify, and from this traffic as well, forwarding traffic as well. So you can see, so this was the smart topology.